What's up YouTube, Malari1 here. How's everybody doing today? We're going to do a quick video, just kind of an update of where things are going. I really don't have a whole lot to go over today, actually. But I did want to just kind of do a quick video because I did get a few new units and wanted to talk about those real quick. So I was getting really close to filling up the mileage bar on summoning. So I decided I would do a quick 350 scroll summons because I guesstimated that I was maybe 1 to 3 summons off of getting the guaranteed natural 5-star. So I did my first one. And I got an at 5, and it was a duplicate Arcana. So I was able to skill up my Arcana. I got 2 level 2 skills here. And then I'd summon another one, and it was another nat 5. This time, it was, where is she? Hang on, I'm sorting wrong here. This time, it was Yona. So I did get a paper. I'm sorry, not paper. She makes me think that she's paper because she's blue, but nope, she's rock. Cannot talk. Rock. So I got a rock Yona. She's really good. I'll go over her skills in a second. Summoned another one, and I finally got a 3-star. Summoned another one, I got a 4-star. It was whatever duplicate, something or other. And then it's something like. I'm running out of crystals. I didn't have that many rubies to begin with. I was thinking 1 to 3, and I would get a nat 5, from my scroll. And on the 4th summon, I kid you not, Paper Adonis. So now I have both Adonises. Paper Adonis is pretty cool. I'm liking him a lot. And then. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I finally ended up getting my another nat 5, and that was a duplicate. I'm trying to remember what it was a duplicate of, though. Was it a duplicate Rockadonis? I'm not sure. Anyway, it was a duplicate, so it was not that big of a deal. But yeah, I got a bunch of new nat 5. So let's look at them really quick, and kind of what I want to talk about is some of the combos that I've been kind of thinking of using with them, because there are some neat combos with some of these units that I've got, not just nat 5s, but with some of the 4-stars, especially with Eve. So I was thinking, so I made some new teams over here. I'm not sure if I've got these all put together. Yeah, so this one. And is this reflect? No. Okay. So if we look at this team here, we've got Carlotta set up, and I talked about Carlotta before, where I've got her set up for maximum cooldown reduction. Okay, maximum for me anyway, as best as I could do on cooldown reduction. I've even got the 4-star general title on her, which is cooldown reduction. Where is it? Cooldown. There we go. It's actually the best title that in the game for cooldown reduction. So she's got 5% from cooldown reduction and from her orbs and everything. So the way she's kitted out is, and I need to get her awaken her some more so that I can get some crests on her to reduce that cooldown even more, because you can do that through crests. But the idea with her is to allow her to use this skill as much as possible to accelerate all ally skill cooldowns. And obviously the heal is helpful as well, and buff removal is also helpful. Her leader skill is also decreases the skill cooldowns. So that's why I've got her in the leader, so that she's going to be using her skills as much as possible, which is going to accelerate the rest of my team. And then along with the rest of the team, the idea is buff duration. So I've got Paper Adonis with his invincibility shield that we're going to try and make have that be happen as long as possible. And then he also does, you know, knockbacks and AoE damage, but really it's the invincibility shield that's helpful for him. And I'm substatting him out as best as I can. I don't really have, I've got to farm some more for him. But my idea for him is to give him, in fact, I need to check if there's a title that I can use that's better than this, because I think I forgot to look for titles. I want buff duration. Buff persistence right here. So yeah, so we can do that with this. What is the other one there? That is that status activation chance? Yeah, that's status activation chance as well. So that's cool. So that's what we want, buff persistence. So let's do that. Let's put that on him. And then we've also got Eve here, and this is Scissors Eve, not Paper Eve, but she does creates a shield that makes you invincible for 3 or 4 seconds, and she does a heal. So she's got the shield that invincibility shield. Adonis's invincibility shield. If I can time this correctly, and if I can have these guys set, what's her title? Millionaire. I don't remember what millionaire is. I gotta find. What's millionaire? Okay, so I've got her set up for. That's not what I want. I'm gonna do buff persistence for her as well. I think, if I can. I'm gonna have to find a good title for her because I don't know what that baby steps is, but I'm gonna find a better title for her. But the idea for her is same thing. Let's keep those buffs up, and she also does a heal and debuffs remove. So I've got two. I got 2 that remove debuffs. I've got 2 that shield. I've got 1 that recycles my skill cooldowns. And then we've got Paper Kerr. I wanted to call him Tor, and I don't know why. Paper Kerr, and his whole idea is let's get that bleeding going, and let's do some of that massive damage that he can do. Some of the really nice damage for him. So yeah, really liking this team. Part of why I really like this team is I'm kitted out with he's a defense hero. She's a defense hero. He's a hit point hero, and then I think she's attack. So I've got 2 defense heroes and a hit point hero. That's got my team kind of tanky because those stats are additive for your team. I know the defense shows average, but it's still, if you've got 2 defense heroes with high defense, it's still going to raise your average defense of your team. So yeah, that's kind of a combo that I've been pretty happy with. I've also been using Yona in a lot of my combos as well, because again, she's doing healed, and she does this hit point shield, which has saved my butt plenty of times. It's equal to 15% of your max team HP for 10 seconds. And that's basically on top of her her heal, right? So basically she can overheal and provide a shield. I'm liking that skill quite a bit. And she's hit point based as well. And then of course we've got more hit point recovery, more debuff removal, and then a defense buff. Sometimes I put her with Adonis as well. It's maybe like, so sometimes I'll swap her instead of instead of Eve, so that I get a hit point shield instead of invincibility. It's kind of a longer shield, and then instead of having 2 invincibility buffs, I've got 2 defense buffs. So yeah, so this is kind of a fun combo as well. And I'm basically putting Kerr in like every team. That dude is pretty badass. Except for this team. So the way I built my teams, by the way, this is basically rock, paper, scissors. And then what I'm doing is I try not to have any heroes on my team that are going to be weak against what enemy I'm going to bring in. Obviously, I'm going to bring rock. Anytime I'm going to bring a rock team, it's going to be against a scissors enemy. So I don't want to bring anything that's paper here, because paper will be weak against scissors. Same thing, here I've got paper, so I've got paper and rock. I don't want to bring anything that's going to be weak against rock, because that's what I'm going to bring against this. So I don't want to bring a scissors guy on this team. Okay, so that's kind of the general thing. Arena, it doesn't matter. You can mix and match as much as you want, because you never know what you're going up against with arena. Arena teams that you're going to be going up against are probably going to be mixed up anyway, right? So that's no big deal. This has been kind of the arena team that I've been using right now. I'm not really sure about the striker. I've been trying out Eve here. I would like to use Sierra if Sierra's strike actually worked, but I did on a previous video where that's broken. It's supposed to deal damage, AoE damage equal to 650% of her defense and ignore the target's defense. That's not doing it at all. That's not working at all. The damage absorption shield is really good, but I want that damage too. I would like to, if I'm going to bring Sierra as my striker. So let's see here. And I kind of want to, I think this guy's underrated, and I kind of want to play with this dude. For one thing, it's an awesome looking model. I really love that model. It's beautiful. It's kind of like this like baby dragon looking thing. And I think his skills are better than, I don't know, better than it seems. AoE damage, a chance to silence, and it increases your target skill cooldowns. That would be awesome in PvP, where basically you're just resetting their cooldowns so they can't do anything. What's her name? The hero with the umbrella, with the long spear that turns into an umbrella. I can't think of her name right now off the top of my head. That does the ignore AoE, the ignore damage, ignore defense damage, and she's like constantly critting for like half of your team's hit points, right? You see her in arena all the time. If she can't use that skill because I've reset her cooldowns, then I can't get killed by it, right? That's my idea. And then it increases allies' current buff duration and increases attack speed. That's huge too, man. That anytime you can increase attack speed and increase your buff durations, if I can increase like my invincibility buff durations, that's amazing. And then the strike just increases the buff duration and increases attack speed as well. So I don't know if I would use him as a striker, but I'm hanging on to him. He's a nat 4. He's not rated very highly, like on that spreadsheet for stuff. But I don't know. Maybe he's a little overlooked. I might try him out. I might try him out. I'm gonna play with that. I might play with him. Maybe he is really not very good, but I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, those are the new units that I got. That's kind of how I'm using them. In Special Arena now, I'm able to bring double Adonis along with double Natalia. That's that's a lot of fun. I don't know how much it wins, but it's a lot of fun to use, double Adonis, with the defense buff, invincibility, and then just the crazy damage that the two Natalias are putting out. It's kind of fun to do. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm pretty happy with the summons that I got. I'm working on making my next 6-star, which is going to be Kerr, just because he's just so good. I hope they don't nerf him. And then I'm just working on leveling up my Adonis, and kind of going from there. After Kerr, after I 6-star Kerr, I'm not really sure who I'm going to go for with my next 6-star. I didn't mean to click on that. Go back. I don't think it's going to be him. I'm using him kind of less and less. He does damage, and that's, let me click on him. He does damage, and that's pretty much it. Like, early damage, if they have 70% hit point or more, then he does more damage. But that's kind of it. Although he does have it, but it's only a 12% chance for poison. So, and to decrease the target's activation chance. So that's a pretty low percentage chance. I don't know if maybe with skill ups, maybe that would go much better. So maybe he's more of a late game hero. So I'm not saying that he sucks. I'm just saying for right now. Maybe I've got him on the back burner. I think for right now. I was using him a lot, but since it's I basically, what I did was I summoned, excuse me, I got a lot more utility in my teams when I got the Paper Adonis and the Rock Yona. Utility was a thing kind of that I was lacking. I had tanks, and Carlotta, by the way, is in that utility train as well. I had tanks, and I had Arcana as a healer, and I had some damage dealers. That was like pure damage, but kind of those utility heroes I was lacking. So now I've got the utility, and I'm feeling pretty good to go. Shaolin is when she procs it, because I use her as a striker sometimes. I like that she removes the shield and that she does a stun, but it's only a 43% chance. So I need to get some better orbs for her. I think she's got like G1 orbs, like the first run through of orbs that I had. And I need to give her some status activation chance, because this 43% is not bad to start out with. So if I can increase that to get that stun to be more reliable, then that's a lot better. And I like her as a striker instead of normally in the team, because of she's only a 5,000 point strike point. And then at the end of those fights where the striker would normally come out, that's when I really need the shield removal and the buff removal and the stun. So all right, well, that's where I'm at. So thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate it. I gotta go get some lunch with the family. I'll talk to everybody later. Have a good one. Bye.